Hi, hello, I'm Aubrey, and welcome to Join Knits. And today I'm going to go over everything I have knit in 2025. Okay, before we get started today, I just want to put a disclaimer out. This is a hobby, not a competition. Please don't compare your knitting to how much I knit this year. That's just how much I produced this year, so don't make it a competition, okay? Okay, first thing is we are going to talk accessories. That way I'm not getting up and down trying stuff on. So I have my little notes sheet here. For accessories, I knit 9 items this year. That included some of these I don't have photos of, so I won't be able to really show them, and a bunch of them were gifted. So the first one was a wedding blanket that I made for one of my friends who got married earlier this year. Um, which other ones do I not have? I made my dad a hat. I'll put that photo up here because I have that. That was in Albert or Deram Natura Albertine in like a dark gray color. It was pretty easy, or pretty smooth to eat or eat. Knit. There we go. All the details about these projects are going to be in my Ravelry link down below. Just because I don't want to make this video as long, or if we do that, it's going to be a 2 hour long video, and I don't want to edit that. Long videos are nice to watch personally, but I can't do that today. So all the information will be down below. So yes, my dad's hat, uh, kind of freeballed it. I can't remember. I kind of just measured his head, got a stitch count, and then did my own thing. The next one was my mom's bed scarf. It was a two-toned brioche, and that was in De Natura Gilead. And then I also just made some random mittens last week while we were home and gifted them to my sister and my mom, who are going to be going on a colder vacation later this year or the upcoming year. Um, and then my hand warmers I have in my car. I'll take a photo of them when I get in there later. That's another thing for me. And now we can go into more of the stuff that I have. So it's literally all just baby stuff. Not for me. They're gifts, not for me. So the first one is the Baby Bear Bonnet by Pernille Larson in this cute little gray color. Oh, not gray, brown color. My goodness, I haven't had my coffee. Very cute. Could not tell you what size I made this in. Could not. It's in it. I know I have a Ravelry page for it though. You can go check that out. Um, it's very crumpled because I finished it and then kind of just threw it somewhere because I'd like to create like a stash for baby stuff. And I'm currently working on a purple one that's supposed to go with one of these blankets for a gift. And yeah, very cute. I just imagine a little baby face in this. And then to match that, so if I were to give that away to somebody, I would probably match it with this. This is the Little Brothers romper. Look at how adorable that is. I forgot I made this actually. So this is, oh, it's adorable. I think this was 2 strands held together, so this is a pretty chunky weight one. And then it has these like checkered buttons. It's so adorable. What size did I even make this in? Again, could not tell you, but I think they correspond with each other. I'm gonna assume maybe 36 months for these. It's adorable. I'm gonna make I want to make another one of these, but the Little Sisters romper. It's more of the thinner weight ones. So yeah, there's that. Okay. The next one is this baby blanket. It's in the same yarn as these, just different colors. Um, it kind of reminds me of my baby blanket that I had when I was a baby with the stripes and everything. Um, it's just so cute. I don't even know how many stitches I did, and it was on 4mm needles, and then I did a crochet edge border just to kind of clean it up and make it a little bit more cohesive. Um, I really liked this. It did take me forever to make and get through just because it was 4 millimeter needles and the yarn I think works better with like a 3 millimeter needle, but it's adorable and I will definitely either be holding on to it for whenever I have my own kid or gifting it with that little brown set because it's adorable. I was like, if you do a baby gift, in my eyes, you do a baby blanket, then you do a hat and booties, or you do a romper or something. And I'm saying like I have experience gifting baby patterns, but I don't. The next accessory I have is my unicorn baby blanket because it looks like this. It looks so cute. Um, this was one of my favorite like accessory patterns to knit. It is on what you mean size day 6.5, I think. Chunky yarn. This was only one skein of one of those Bernat chunky baby things. Only one skein. And I used Laura Penrose's Sweet Shop Blanket corner pattern. And so, like the first corner that you do in the blanket. And I really liked it. I kind of just used it for like the increases and then for the look of it. But then, excuse me, and then I weighed my ball of yarn before I knit it and then split those grams in half. And then once I got to around the halfway point, um, I then decreased. And then I only have, I think, like a gram or two left. It's literally a tiny little nugget. Um, I'm so ready to gift this because I am jealous. One of my coworkers is having a baby girl, and I have, last week I made way more. So I got another baby bear bonnet that I'm making, and I will finish it and then I will show you in my next podcast, which should be posted after this. And then some little baby booties. They're so cute. I will show a photo of them in my socks portion. Next, we're going to talk about the socks that I've knitted this year, and that was 8 of them. I actually like knitting socks, and the socks I'm going to show you, I've worn a bunch, so if I haven't depilled them, so sorry if they look a little janky-ish. So first, I'm gonna go over. I knit two Wicked themed socks. Well, three technically, but two were. One of them was for my mom. We love going to the movies together, and she needed like movie socks, and so I'll put up a photo of them here. They were in Sorella's like there's Wicked collection, one of their sock sets, and pink goes good with green and alphabet. That was for my mom, and then I made my own Dancing Through Life. And I like them, but I don't wear them because they're gigantic. Um, yeah, I'm kind of disappointed in that because I used like the whole skein, but it'll be okay. So yeah, those were the two Wicked socks, and then I have my sunflower socks that I knit by Stone Knits. They're very cute. Um, they this is in Cascade Heritage. This is the best. It was a pain in the butt to knit because it was super slippery, but I think this is one of the best sock yarns that I've knit with recently. Um, I have worn these to work, and I work 12-hour shifts constantly on my feet. And the only felt like it's felted on the bottom, um, as you can see a little bit, maybe you can see that, but there's still like step. Well, no, in the heel here, that's like almost fully felted. But there is still a good stitch definition on these. Um, they're very comfortable. I have green scrubs that I wear, and so I'll wear my sunflower socks with them most of the time. Um, but yeah, they're very nice. I like these. And then next up, I knit my coworker Charlie. I knit her some socks. They were out of some rainbow sparkle yarn that I got from Botanical Knitter in from Black Fiber Festival. I'll put a photo up here. I don't know how they've worn yet. I don't. She hasn't told me, but I made another coworker some, and that is Susie's Strawberry Socks by Stone Knit, or it's just some strawberry. itsy bitsy itty bitty strawberry socks. I don't know. I'll put that up here. She wanted them in the hot pink color. I don't do hot pink, but they were like I was honestly a little jealous of them once I finished them. Um, I hmm, I had mixed feelings about them because there's a row in there where you have to do three color work on sock, like sock yarn and needles that are really small, and so it was just a little bit hard to do the management. One of them I did magic loop, and then the other one I did the 9-inch circular one, and I liked that one way better. I got through that sock way faster. I also was sitting for a patient for 12 hours, and they didn't do anything but sleep. So I got the majority of the sock done that night. Um, so my next one is I use Summer Lee's base pattern from her Cuff Club, and I had one of the spin cycle yarns I really liked, but then I totally forgot that I think it was like 50 grams of yarn, and I didn't know if I was gonna get a whole sock out of them or two of them. So I did the what was the rib pattern here? 2x1 sock pattern or ribbing for the sock, and then you can see on the other one I ran out of yarn, so I used another gray yarn that I got from Flock for it. They work really well. They have pilled a bunch, and they aren't a superwash yarn, so I don't wear these to work at all. And they're my house socks, but we live in Washington and it's cold and we have an old house, so it's really cold all the time. But yeah, I like these. The ribbing has like stretched out a bit, so they don't really hug my feet as much. I have learned that if I want to knit some socks, I gotta go to the down a size to make it fit my foot more, but that's okay. And then the next one were the a test knit for Sunday morning knits. These are the Petra socks. I consider these my Wicked socks for Wicked Part 2, but they have a really nice like waffle stitch. Um, it's a like 2x1. I think you can see that maybe. It's really nice. The pattern isn't out yet, but I will leave a link down below for Lauren's website and her Instagram so you can keep an eye out for that. I really like them. The only thing that I found a little annoying-ish about them was the heel flap. Because you do the heel flap in the stitch pattern, you keep the stitch pattern going, and it's a 3-stitch repeat, but then for the heel, you want it an even number. So for my size that I knit, I think I knit the size 2. It was just a little weird. And then for the foot, I had to increase one to make the stitch pattern kind of still work. So all of those notes are in my Ravelry page down below. And she hasn't let us test knitters know when the pattern's releasing yet, but I'm gonna assume soon. But yeah, these are the Petra socks. Yeah, and then this yarn is in like a BFL nylon base, and it was really good. I uh, specifically chose this yarn because, well, one, I went to Knit City with Charlie, the one that I made the socks for, and this was on my list to get a Wicked inspired yarn for this test knit. And we saw it, and it was the first yarn that I like actually considered buying. And I was like, no, I should wait. Like, this is like our third booth that we've gone to. We should wait. And then Charlie's like, Aubrey, it's the last game. Just buy it. You love it. Just buy it. And it's exactly what you're wanting. And the yarn had, it wasn't like uniform. It was like the one with the twists, if you know what I'm talking about. So it was perfect. I loved it. I absolutely love that yarn. I will try to find it next year as well. Um, but yeah, even the colors were perfect for it. Like, yes, it's speckled ish, but it's also not tonal, or like heavily variegated. So, oh, I love these. So, oh, and then the last pair of socks that I made were like baby booties. I'll put a photo of them up here. Oh my gosh, I think they maybe took me 4 hours ish to knit, like in total, probably less if I like timed how much I was knitting. But oh my goodness, those are adorable. I will be making more of those. And yeah, those were adorable and so fast to knit. Like if you need a quick baby project because you're going to a baby shower or something, um, those are the way. That's the way to go. Those were adorable. Um, but next, we are going to go over all of the garments that I've knit, and this is the majority of what I knit, really. So I knit 13 garments this year, and we will change angles in 1 second. Okay, first off, we're going to start with what I'm wearing. So today I was wearing my Monday sweater by Petite Knit in drop sleema in their gray, pearl gray color. It's something I really like it. It pills a little bit, like maybe you can see. Oh yeah, you can see right there. It pilled. Um, I like it. It's really oversized. Like, look, that's so much positivities. But if I were to knit this again, I do have yarn to extend the body more and the sleeves because I have to pull them down. Excuse me, hiccups. I do have to pull them down, and I feel a little bat wingy with this and how deep the raglan goes. Um, I probably could cut out a good portion of this and still be fine, but I like it. It keeps me warm. I only have a t-shirt under here right now, but and it's really cold outside. It's like 35 degrees outside today. So when I go out, I'll probably change it to a thicker sweater. But in here, in my craft room, it can get pretty hot because I have the heat on. But it's really nice so far. Um, the Sorry, I thought I heard something. It's a wool and alpaca blend, the drop sleema. And when I get hot, I can feel the alpaca and get a little itchy. But since um, I'm not really warm right now, I'm toasty. I have a t-shirt under here for try-ons, but it's really nice. I like it, and it's a little bit of a marl. At first, I didn't know if I liked it or not because it felt like it washed me out, but it's fine. But onto the big old pile of garments. And these aren't going to be in order at all, but my Ravelry page will be in order. I already checked it, so it's in order of when I finished them. So if you were wondering the timeline of all of these, you can check out Ravelry. Okay, so this is my Northern Lights pullover by Sorry Nordland in knitting for olive heavy merino and rainy day and thundercloud. I like it, but I did modify the crap out of this. I added short rows to the back here because I didn't want to do the back short rows. I don't know why, they don't seem that bad, but it looks fine. I did those myself. I'm not even sure how I did them. I could not tell you. And then under the arm here, you can see that I cut out a little, or like cut out a decent portion of the underarm and just split the color work because I did the entire yoke and the entire body, like I was about to bind off. And then I tried it on and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's half my freaking body. And I'm splitting for sleeves, half like at my elbow. So I ripped all that back. I had a whole little Instagram reel about me ripping it back. You can check out my Instagram. And but then I finished it and I wore this to a Knit City with Charlie. We went together. So it was really nice. It was pretty cold at first and then it got hot because it was what, end of September and it was rainy in Vancouver. So I like it. It keeps me really warm. It was knit on 4.5 millimeter needles. The only thing is that this neckline is really big. I could probably add the elastic in it, but I'm not sure how much that would do since like it's a wide yoke here, a wide neck line. Because then you're supposed to add. Oh, that's what I modified. I knit the collar, knit it down, and then started the color work. I didn't like that you start color work and then you add the collar afterwards. Probably could have done that and probably picked up less stitches to make it tighten a little bit, but again, that's my fault. I didn't know. But I really like it. I think I could do it in like a DK weight next time. What did I knit? Size 3? No idea. check Ravelry. Okay, so this is my home sweater V-neck by Lena Holmes Sansel. No idea, but again, Ravelry. So I don't wear this sweater much, even though I definitely should. It's actually very nice. Um, and it is because, oh, please tell me you can see that. Super white, cream. This is the sweater where I learned dye lot is important. I had a cardigan that I was working on first, and I only needed a handful of skeins. I don't even know how many skeins I had. And then I didn't like it, so I frogged it. Plus, it's held with a mohair, so you can tell how fun that was. And it's actually really nice. I could totally knit the sweater again. But so I had to rip it all back, cut a bunch of times. So there's so many like magic knots in this, and I kept going back for more yarn because my butt didn't know or like didn't think or this is just where I got way better at knowing meterage or yardage and the color lots, dye lots for a sweater is super important because I kept rolling it up and tying everything together, and I went from one end of the sweater to the other end because that end got tangled, and then it was a whole thing. And so I don't wear it because of the obvious dye lot issues. Um, like, look, that's cream. This part's white, a white strand, and I think it's even worse on the back. Maybe. I don't know. But I just wanted a white sweater, and I really like it. I was thinking of dyeing it. Um, I might donate it and have someone else do that, but it's really nice actually. I really like the split hem. Okay, now that I'm wearing it, I really want to make another one. I do have this pink yarn here. It's Loft with a soft silk mohair from Knitting for Olive, and I just haven't found the thing to wear it with. Maybe I'll make another one of these. Look at the central double decrease though. Oh, it's so good. Oh, you can really see the dye lot difference. Oh my lord. Okay, we're gonna take this off now. Okay, hair is getting crazier by the minute. So, this is a self-drafted sweater. This is what I'm calling my Wolf Lake sweater because I was born. Are those trees or mountains? Those are trees. You had to ask that in Washington. Are those trees or mountains? As a shadow. Anyways, squirrel. I was born in Michigan, and every summer we would go up to a lake called Wolf Lake, and uh, the summers, are hot, but then get really cold at night, and so I kind of wanted to knit a cool-ish sweater, like cool feeling sweater, but my dumbass totally, I designed this and made it, and then I was like, hold up, Aubrey, this is Cascade Heritage. The purple is Cascade Heritage, and then this white is like a superwash cashmere blend or something. So it's a pretty woolly sweater, and could not wear it. Like it's definitely a transition piece because it's cooling and it's nice, but could not. Cats are going crazy, but could not wear this in summer when I which I intended to wear this, but I really like it. It fits me really well. I think I did a 2-inch positive ease. I intend to make a pattern for this and make a second sample in this light blue yarn, if you can see that. It's Lana Grossa Elastico, so it's mainly cotton. Well, I think it's like 97% cotton. So, and I like blue. I like wearing blue. It's really nice because I have blue eyes and it'll match. So, I, because I made it in a V-neck that way. Oh, there you go. That's a better angle for that. And the V-neck is supposed to be so that you're not too cold or too warm, when you're wearing it. And it's a drop shoulder with short rows technique back here. Don't mind my cats harassing each other if you can hear that. With a V-neck and drop shoulder, 2-inch positive ease on 4mm needles. I don't even remember the gauge. Why is that stitched like that? You see that? It's like, whatever. Um, I like the stripes. I just had to use up yarn, and I had enough. So this was a 8 row and then 4 row repeat, or like stitch thing, and I really like it. It was probably one of my favorite like transition sweaters, and I actually look really good in stripes. I'm kind of getting a Where's Waldo illusion effect, but yeah, this is my Wolf Lake sweater, and hopefully I can make or like write up the pattern, grade it, and make another sample. So yeah. Okay. Next is my porcelain sweater by Lee Knits. Is this Linen Home Sense? I can't remember. It's by somebody. Again, check Ravelry. So this was in. I really like this combination actually. So this was in twist. This was in one of the Michaels Loops and Threads brands. They're Lux Merino and this really dark gray color, and then this light purple color for the contrast. I really like this. I did do some sweater surgery on the sleeves here. You can definitely see the difference right here. They were too short, like that. This is where the ribbing started, and it didn't, and the sleeve ended like right here. So it's sweater surgery, and now I wear it, or I haven't worn it much this season, but I will definitely. Actually, would really like to wear this today. It's really nice. I like it. Um, this is where I this was like my first color work pattern that I worked on, and it's flat color work. And you can see kind of like tension differences like down here. The contrast color was the dominant color. And then up here it was kind of just whatever. Um so I like it. It's just a it's a sweater. It's a color work sweater. And it kind of made me obsessed with color work and made me buy the yarn for the Northern Lights sweater. So, yeah, we're not going to talk about the size. Um, this is the Storm sweater by Petite Knit, and this is my first ever sweater that I made this year. So there's so many things wrong with this. Oh my god. So this was in the Lux Merino, just like the porcelain sweater. This was my first ever sweater that I made too, and you can see it's really see through. It's gigantic. It's so oversized. I am thinking of maybe donating this because I haven't freaking worn this at all. But maybe someone else can get love out of it more than I can. It's a really nice sweater. I mean, I liked knitting it. It kind of was a pain in my ass about the purls of the knits. Don't think I would knit it again. Um, excuse me, nose is running. But the drop shoulder effect down back here was really nice, and it's so big on me and gigantic. Like this fits my boyfriend, who's 6 foot and way bigger than I am. So yeah, this is just not for me. It's a really nice color. I did get some Pure Gint from Your Next Knit in Canada, and in this like burnt orange color. So maybe I could make it again and just knit it in a smaller size, because I think I've seen where this sweater, especially Petite Knit, she's just oversized, like all of her garments. But especially the Storm sweater, like people will knit the size 4, but they're getting like the size 6 or something, like bust circumference. So this is one of my first to like. This is the first thing I finished this year. So it'll be, if you looked up 2025 finished objects in my Ravelry page, you'll see that this is the first thing that was finished this year, even though it was majorly, huh? The majority of the sweater was knit last year in 2024. Holy crap. Um, but then I finished it end of January this year, and I wore it when we went home. So yeah, it's really nice. It's just gigantic, and I could fly away in this. So yeah. So this is my Dagmar sweater, again by Petite Knit, and I haven't really worn it much, sadly. It took me a whole year to make, or like 9 months to make. I started this in January, and then what was it? And then ended it in September. Um, this thing has had a whole saga. Like I this was my second sleeve that I finished, and you can see that that's like there's no decreases. And then this one, the sleeve or like the cuff has decreases because I freaking forgot them, and I don't have energy to go back and fix it. But the underarms, so the thing with this jacket is that the underarms started like right here. Like this is how much body I was gonna have. I sewed it together. I could not care less. The sleeves are just gigantic, and how are you gonna have like I get it, it's a jacket and you're supposed to wear it over like chunky items that you're wearing under, but that's just wasn't was is not what I was gonna wear it for. Um, it's so intricate. Holy shit. This was in BC Garn Shetland because I wanted a sturdy yarn, and that's like a lace weight or fingering yarn, and so I held it double. It's a really big fly outside my window. That's like a horse fly. Holy crap. So I held it double, and I have just a little bit left, but I think I used maybe eight and a half, 8.5 skeins or 7.5 skeins. I think I have a whole skein left. Um, but it's really nice. I like it. I love this cable. This is like probably one of my favorite parts of it. I didn't do the double folded or what? Um, the button band. I put the holes on the wrong side. So it's supposed to be on the other side. But I knitted up. I think I picked up this button band like maybe a couple times, and then I was like, "F it, I'm just gonna." Or like I did the holes, and then I was like, "Oh my god, I'm supposed to be on the other side. Are you kidding me?" I was like, "F it, I'm just gonna go ahead and knit," and then did the collar. Um, I would never button this one up, so I think I could probably have omitted that one. Um, I really like the toggle buttons for this though. I think I got them from Linda Hobby, and it's an okay jacket. Like I would probably look into making like the zipper sweater or the sweater of them, but the honeycomb killed me. The honeycomb is the bane of my existence. F the honeycomb. Is this moss stitch? Okay, so I think I modified the seed stitch into moss stitch because I get them confused. Um, well, not really, because like in Europe, oh my god, my hair. In Europe, moss stitch is what seed stitch is, but then and then seed stitch is what moss stitch is in the U.S. So I apologize for my incompetency for that, but yeah, it's nice. I like it. I'm actually getting pretty hot in this, but it's a nice transition piece. I could probably wear it later in the spring, um, and then in the fall. Um, I just honestly I don't wear my knits as much because I'm either going to work and it's a healthcare job. I'm not going to wear my knits at work because that's a lot of bodily fluids I could probably get on my sweater that I don't want. And then I come home, and from home I go to the grocery store or run errands for the freaking cats. But I don't really do much. But yeah, there's that. Okay, this is my last sweater of the year. This is the first sweater by Rebecca Clow, and I knit this wildly off gauge. And yeah, this is size 1, and I knit this on 5 millimeter needles. Ooh, there's fuzzies everywhere. I so this is can't concentrate. This is Spin Cycle and Farmer's Daughter Fibers collab. Worsted weight in the color York, 100% superwash, and then Fiber MacGyver's Surrey lace in the color One of a Kind, I believe, and I really like it. It is amazing. I love the ribbing detail here. I would definitely try to make it again in the gauge. And the only thing I would have omitted for this is if I knew it was the sleeve cap area. Because you can see it's a little puffy here. And for me, it's a really big, or like, it's a drop shoulder basically for me in this size. The pattern is a set-in sleeve. But I probably would have omitted the sleeve cap here and just knit straight. one, save on yarn, and two, it doesn't look good for this. It looks like a princess sleeve. You know what I'm talking about? Like the little bubbles on there. So, but I like it. It's very warm, very chunky. Um, Other than the home sweater, this is my chunkiest knit that I've knit this year. The and the warmest because it's super washable, but also Surrey lace, which is a baby alpaca and something else. So it's very warm, very nice. I really like this color. Like this is actually a very true color for this. It's like an emerald, dark emerald green. Um, you can see where, like in camera, you can see the color difference a little bit. I tried to alternate skeins on the front portion when I was needing a new one, but then once I knit like the rest of it, I kind of just said screw it, whatever. It's actually pretty uniform. The only like slight differences you can see is from the Surrey lace. Oh wait, my little nails. It's so festive. It's actually adorable. But yeah, this is my first sweater. I like it. It's chunky. It's warm. I'm getting hot. Okay. I know this looks weird, but just go with it. It's cold, and this is a tank top, and I don't want to wear just a tank top. So this is the Remy camisole in Patagonia, Cascade Patagonia, Pandemonium. That's it. In their like navy color or in their black color, but this looks navy. It is a 2x2 rib. Don't mind the sewing things. Over the summer, I wore this a lot when I was sewing, so there's little sewing bits all over. Can't get this one strand off. There we go. I really like it, especially in the summer. It is such a nice. I think this is a like cotton and bamboo blend. It is. The only thing I would totally knit this again. In this yarn as well. I would get maybe I think I got this by with two strands or two skeins, but I would have knit. I Next time I will knit all the way through the second one. The only thing I will omit next time is shortening the sleeves here or the straps to make it a little bit higher. Um, Here, that there you go, because like this is my breast area, and I didn't want to like flash anybody. That's why I wear it home, and I have a t-shirt under this now because it goes very deep. Like this is the middle of my chest, so I would shorten the little part here that you knit, and then I think I knit this size 1 or 2 on 3.25 millimeter needles. The gauge for that pattern like pissed me off so much because I tried to knit that pattern at least 3 or 4 different times and I just could not get gauge at all. I think it's like a 32 stitch gauge and or a 36 stitch gauge on the 3.5 through 3.25 millimeter needles, and I couldn't tell what the gauge like was like. How was I supposed to measure the gauge? Because do I do it with the rib scrunched or do I do it with a blocked? So it was really weird, but I got a really nice tank top out of it, and I will definitely be making it next summer. Okay, next up is the Pionia, Pionia dress by Flamina. Um, Maybe we can get all the way over here. There we go. You can see. I like it. It was a nice knit, but this is a test knit for her. I was part of her test knit group. I like it. I think I would wear this, probably bring it for like a cruise or vacation in the Bahamas if one were to go as a cover up. I don't think I would wear this as is anymore just because one is really see through, and two, when I wore it last time, I swear I could like feel the wind going into my booty crack. So it's very breathable, very nice, but I just don't think I would wear it as a dress as it is. I would probably size down a whole bunch. No, not size down because then you'd get stretch. But it's a very nice pattern. It was a lot. Like the test knit was heavy. Like this needed a test knit because there's so many calculations to do to make this fit to your size. So this is a made to measure pattern as well. You do um like you do the 4 panels here and then you join, and then you do, what is it, increases, or you do hip decreases or waist decreases, and then you do the hip decreases. And did I do them wrong? Can't remember. I think I did them wrong, and then she changed them, and I just didn't want to do it or like change it. Or vice versa, she did it, and I had a lifeline around here, and I ripped back and then redid it. I think that's what I did. Yeah. And then you choose like how flowy you want the skirt. Um, I probably would have made this way more flowy. I have a whole bunch of yarn left, but I kind of made this a mix of a maxi and a midi. Um, so it's not full length, but it's also not mini at all. For me, it's like mid thigh, mid knee. And when I wore this one day, I could feel, because I ran errands with this one day, and I could feel the whole dress just weighing down, like slowly getting more like longer as I wore it. So I don't know if it's the yarn choice or what, but it's very nice. I'll probably bring this on a cruise that I'll take next year. Okay, so we are almost done. This is my Thea top, and this one is also heavily modified because the Thea top is supposed to be on a fingering weight yarn or a DK weight or something. And this was a like worsted or heavy DK yarn. And oh my gosh, what did I do? I think I modified this to like a double X small or what? What? Double X small, double XS. There we go. And it's a little tight on my underarms here, but that's okay. And it's, I think I have like neutral ease with this. This actually fits really well. Um, the neckline has 1x1 ribbing and 1x1 ribbing on the arms here, 1x1 ribbing on the hem. This is in the, I love this cotton from Hobby Lobby in this dark gray color. It actually knits, it feels really good. I wore this to Flock Fiber Festival on the second day, and I was twinning with somebody. We had the same pattern on, and it's nice. I just, it was on knit on 4mm needles. It was just a hassle to modify the crap out of this to make it fit me. And so I have another Thea top on the needles at the moment in the gauge, I think. And I think I'm doing like decreases down because I didn't want it to be so big. But yeah, it's nice. It's actually, I mean, I totally wouldn't wear it with like this t-shirt, but it fits nice. It looks nice. Okay, last but not least, this is what I have called my pickle tee because it looks like a pickle. And this is self-drafted. I knit it on 3mm needles, I believe. And the contrast color was a hand-dyed cotton and cashmere yarn. And the gray was Diversa, Lana Grossa Diversa. And there's a broken rib detail and then stockinette, I-cord edges. Um, I, oh my goodness, hiccups. I have yarn to make another sample out of this without any contrast colors. And, hiccups, oh my goodness. Excuse me. I like it. I wore this to the first day of Black Fiber Festival. It was very nice. It was so hot that first day, and I wore this with overalls, and I was still sweating. And it's very cute. It's very, I kind of went for like a little bit of an oversized crop top. I don't normally wear crop tops, so I don't wear this as often, but it's a nice little summer t-shirt. I was kind of trying to mimic the Stornoway tee by Coco Amore, whatever the Stornoway tee. I was trying to mimic that because I was very impatient for the shirt to come out, like the pattern. Um, so yeah, I just mimicked it. Like this is very based off that sweater. I don't think I would put out a pattern just because of how close it looks to the Stornoway tee out of respect for that designer. So, but yeah, I'll probably make myself another one out of this next summer and get another ball of yarn so I can extend the length. That way it can be like an actual knit t-shirt. Because it's a drop shoulder one, and you can see I only did like a row or two. Well, that's curling up, but a row or two of the, a repeat or two. And I do like how I did the, like, look at that. That's actually really nice. A really nice seam there. Yeah, very nice. Okay, so that's all I had for you today. Thank you so much for staying if you did. Leave a comment down below if you had any comments or questions about my knits. Hopefully, in the next week or two, I will be posting an upcoming podcast, and I have a lot of interesting things that I've been working on. Um, I'm kind of trying to dabble my foot into designing, and so I have a pattern or a project that I'm working on and I'm grading it and trying to write the pattern as I'm writing it. So it's an interesting turn of events. And with that one, it's actually this swatch, and I actually think that I want to frog the majority of it and change the colorwork design, which kind of hurts my heart. But yeah, that was all the knits I had for you today. Leave a comment down below. I just said that. What am I doing? Need more coffee. Um, yeah, if you enjoyed it, give a like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.